Have you ever wondered what it takes to leave a lasting impression on someone? To spark a connection so strong, they can't help but think about you? Whether it's winning someone's heart, standing out in a crowd, or simply becoming unforgettable, the secret might be far simpler and far more fascinating than you think. It all comes down to 3 powerful psychological tricks that tap into the very core of human behavior. In this video, we're diving into the subtle yet incredibly effective strategies that will transform the way you connect with others. You'll learn how asking for a tiny favor can make someone like you more, thanks to the Benjamin Franklin effect. Why maintaining just the right amount of eye contact creates an irresistible spark. And how a simple, genuine smile can be your secret weapon in leaving a lasting impact. But here's the catch. These techniques aren't just tricks. They're backed by science and rooted in authenticity. And by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why they work, but also know how to use them in your everyday life to create genuine, meaningful connections. Stay tuned, because you're about to discover how to unlock the doors to attraction, trust, and influence, all by mastering the psychology of connection. Let's get started. Would you like to adjust the tone, or do you want to explore other elements for your video? If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Psychological trick number 1. The Benjamin Franklin effect. The journey to winning someone's heart is often simpler and far more fascinating than we give it credit for. Among the many tools psychology offers us, one stands out as both subtle and remarkably effective: the Benjamin Franklin effect. This psychological principle is not just a trick but a profound insight into the human mind and how we forge connections. It reveals an intriguing truth. When you ask someone for a small favor, it can spark a deep and subconscious change in how they perceive you. This effect isn't just about asking for help. It's about planting a seed of attraction and affinity in their mind without them even realizing it. The beauty of the Benjamin Franklin effect lies in its paradoxical nature. You might assume that doing favors for someone would naturally make them like you more, but psychology shows us the opposite can also be true. When you request a minor favor from someone, such as borrowing a pen or asking for directions, it creates a unique dynamic. The act of granting your request causes them to justify their actions internally. Instead of seeing their willingness to help as random, they subconsciously begin to rationalize. I helped him because I like him, or I must find him interesting, otherwise, why would I have agreed to help? This rationalization strengthens their perception of you in a positive way. The effect is named after the American statesman Benjamin Franklin, who famously wrote about using this tactic to win over a rival. Franklin noticed that when he borrowed a book from this adversary and later returned it with sincere thanks, the person became more amicable toward him. Franklin's observation of this curious psychological phenomenon remains relevant today, not just in politics or rivalry, but in the realm of attraction and relationships. To apply this principle effectively in the context of romantic attraction, the trick is to start with small, manageable favors, requests that feel effortless for the other person to fulfill. These small favors might seem insignificant on the surface, but their psychological impact runs deep. For example, you might casually say, "Maria, could you pass me that notebook?" Or "Maria, would you mind jotting down this number for me?" Or even, "Maria, could you grab me a coffee, please?" These simple requests, while seemingly mundane, open a doorway to a deeper connection. They're easy to agree to, making refusal unlikely, and they subtly set the stage for her to view you in a more favorable light. But why does this work? The answer lies in the human tendency to seek consistency in our beliefs and actions. Once someone does a small favor for you, their mind naturally tries to align their feelings with their actions. They start to think, "I wouldn't have done this for just anyone. I must like him." This self-justification isn't conscious. It happens quietly, beneath the surface of awareness. Over time, These small moments of cooperation can build a foundation of trust and attraction, making your bond stronger and more meaningful. Another layer to this effect is the subtle sense of empowerment it gives the other person. When someone helps you, they feel valued and capable, which enhances their own sense of self-worth. In turn, they associate these positive feelings with being around you. By allowing her to play a small role in your life, you're not only encouraging her to invest in the connection, but also creating an environment where she feels good about herself, and by extension, about you. The Benjamin Franklin effect is a reminder that building attraction doesn't always require grand gestures or elaborate plans. Sometimes, it's the smallest interactions that leave the deepest impressions. It's about understanding the intricate dance of human psychology and using it to foster a genuine connection. However, it's essential to approach this technique with sincerity and respect. The goal isn't to manipulate or deceive, but to create opportunities for authentic interaction. When used thoughtfully, the Benjamin Franklin effect becomes more than just a psychological trick. It transforms into a pathway for mutual understanding, emotional connection, and meaningful relationships. So, the next time you're around someone you admire, remember that even the smallest favor could be the start of something profound. In the delicate interplay of human attraction, sometimes it's the tiniest gestures that have the power to move mountains. Psychological trick number 2. The power of eye contact. The eyes are often said to be the windows to the soul, and when it comes to building attraction, their power cannot be overstated. Among the most captivating tools we have at our disposal is the power of eye contact, a subtle yet deeply influential gesture that can create profound emotional connections. This simple act of looking directly into someone's eyes is far more than a fleeting glance. It's an unspoken language that conveys confidence, interest, and authenticity. Research on the psychology of eye contact has revealed its transformative impact. Studies have shown that maintaining direct eye contact with someone can significantly influence how they perceive you. When used thoughtfully, it has the potential to make the person you're interacting with feel seen, valued, and connected on a deeper level. Specifically, in the context of attraction, holding eye contact with a woman can make her view you as more self-assured, charismatic, and even alluring. But why does eye contact hold such power? The answer lies in its ability to create intimacy and vulnerability. When you look directly into someone's eyes, you are momentarily stepping into their emotional space, breaking down barriers, and fostering a sense of closeness. For a woman, this can be incredibly magnetic, as it signals your willingness to be open and present in the moment. Eye contact conveys emotions that words often cannot: curiosity, admiration, and confidence, all of which are critical in sparking attraction. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. The key to using this psychological trick effectively is understanding the balance between intensity and comfort. It's not about staring or making the other person feel uneasy. It's about maintaining a gaze that feels natural yet deliberate. A good rule of thumb is to hold eye contact for about 3 to 5 seconds before briefly looking away. This duration is long enough to make an impact, but short enough to avoid discomfort. Pair this with a genuine smile or a slight nod, and the effect is amplified, as these gestures enhance feelings of warmth and approachability. Imagine this scenario. You're in conversation with a woman you find attractive. As she speaks, you hold her gaze, giving her your full attention. You're not distracted or glancing around the room. Your focus is entirely on her. This signals that you value what she has to say and that she has your undivided interest. Over time, this simple act of sustained eye contact creates a powerful emotional bond, making her feel special and more connected to you. It's worth noting that eye contact can also evoke a subtle physiological response. When two people maintain eye contact, their brains release a chemical called oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone. This neurochemical fosters feelings of trust and emotional closeness, deepening the connection between you and the person you're engaging with. However, the power of eye contact doesn't stop at creating attraction. It also communicates confidence. Confidence is one of the most universally attractive traits, And nothing exudes self-assurance quite like meeting someone's gaze without hesitation. When you hold eye contact, you silently tell the other person that you're comfortable in your own skin and unafraid to be vulnerable. This quiet boldness can leave a lasting impression, making you stand out in a world where many shy away from such directness. To take this technique to the next level, consider matching your eye contact with active listening and subtle mirroring. For instance, nodding occasionally or slightly leaning in when she speaks shows that you're fully engaged in the interaction. These complementary actions, combined with meaningful eye contact, create a powerful synergy that can deepen her feelings of connection and trust. It's important to remember that this psychological trick works best when used authentically. Eye contact is not about manipulation or creating a false sense of intimacy. Instead, it's a tool for fostering genuine emotional connections. When you look into someone's eyes, let your gaze reflect your true feelings, whether it's admiration, curiosity, or appreciation. Authenticity is what makes this gesture truly impactful. In the intricate dance of human attraction, eye contact is a quiet yet commanding force. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most powerful connections are formed not through words but through a shared moment of unspoken understanding. So, the next time you're with someone you admire, let your eyes do the talking. You might be surprised at the depth and warmth they can convey, opening the door to a connection that goes far beyond the surface. Psychological trick number 3. Contagious positivity. Never underestimate the power of a smile. A simple, genuine smile has the ability to transform someone's mood, brighten their day, and even influence their mental state. When it comes to building attraction, few things are as effective as radiating positivity. Women, in particular, tend to be highly attuned to the emotions of those around them, making contagious positivity one of the most powerful tools you can use to make a lasting impression. The magic of contagious positivity lies in its scientific foundation, specifically, the role of mirror neurons in the brain. These neurons are designed to help us understand and mimic the emotions and actions of others. When you approach someone with a warm smile and an upbeat demeanor, her mirror neurons fire, subconsciously prompting her to reflect your positive energy. This emotional contagion is what makes positivity so powerful. By simply exuding happiness, you can create a ripple effect that influences the way she feels about you and herself in your presence. Imagine this scenario. You approach a woman with a sincere smile and a friendly, open attitude. From the moment she sees you, her brain starts processing the emotional cues you're sending. Your smile signals that you're approachable, confident, and kind, all traits that naturally draw people in. If she smiles back, even briefly, she begins to associate your presence with feelings of joy and comfort. This emotional response bypasses logic and taps directly into her subconscious, creating an instant connection based on warmth and positivity. But why is this technique so effective? The answer lies in the deep-seated connection between emotions and decision-making. While logic often governs our thoughts, emotions are the driving force behind our actions. When you make someone feel good, you're not just creating a pleasant moment, you're influencing how they perceive you on an emotional level. In the case of attraction, making her smile or laugh puts her in a positive emotional state, making it easier for her to let her guard down and want to get to know you better. The brilliance of contagious positivity is its simplicity. You don't need elaborate strategies or grand gestures to make an impact. All it takes is a smile, a light-hearted comment, or a cheerful outlook. For instance, you could say something playful like, "You have such a contagious energy, it's hard not to smile around you," or simply offer a genuine compliment. These small acts of positivity are powerful because they create an environment of joy and ease, making you memorable in the best possible way. Additionally, maintaining a positive attitude signals emotional resilience, a trait that many find deeply attractive. Life is full of challenges, and someone who can face those challenges with optimism and good humor is naturally appealing. Your positive energy becomes a magnet, drawing people in because it promises lightness and fun, a welcome contrast to the stresses of everyday life. It's also important to note that positivity isn't just about smiling or cracking jokes. It's about cultivating an overall mindset that radiates through your actions and words. When you approach situations with curiosity, kindness, and a sense of gratitude, people can feel it. Women, in particular, are highly perceptive to authenticity, so the key to making this technique work is ensuring your positivity comes from a genuine place. If your smile or upbeat demeanor feels forced, it may come across as insincere, which can have the opposite effect. To make contagious positivity even more impactful, combine it with active listening and genuine engagement. For example, if she shares a story or thought, respond with enthusiasm and encouragement. "That's amazing. You must have felt so proud," or "Wow, I love how passionate you are about that." These affirming responses amplify the positive energy you're creating and show her that you're genuinely interested in her thoughts and feelings. There's also a surprising bonus to practicing contagious positivity. It benefits you just as much as it benefits the person you're engaging with. Research shows that smiling and maintaining a positive outlook can boost your own mood, reduce stress, and increase feelings of self-confidence. This creates a virtuous cycle where your positivity not only attracts others, but also enhances your overall well-being. In the end, contagious positivity is about more than just making a good impression. It's about creating a moment of shared happiness. It's about using something as simple as a smile to remind someone that the world is a little brighter because you're in it. When done sincerely, this technique has the power to leave a lasting impact, making you not only memorable but also irresistible. So the next time you approach someone you admire, remember the incredible influence of a genuine smile and a positive attitude. In a world that can often feel heavy, your ability to spread light and joy might just be the spark that turns a fleeting encounter into a meaningful connection. Psychological trick number 4. The scarcity principle. Human nature has a fascinating tendency to place higher value on things that are rare, exclusive, or hard to attain. This psychological phenomenon, known as the scarcity principle, is a powerful force not just in economics and marketing but also in the realm of personal relationships. When applied correctly, it can significantly enhance your appeal by creating an air of mystery and desirability. The principle taps into a universal truth. People are instinctively drawn to what feels precious or limited. In the context of attraction, the scarcity principle works by subtly signaling that your time, attention, and presence are not readily available to everyone. If you make yourself overly accessible or come across as desperate for her attention, she may subconsciously begin to take you for granted. On the other hand, when you create a sense of exclusivity, you naturally position yourself as someone worth pursuing, a person whose time and attention must be earned. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. The art of leveraging this principle lies in finding the right balance. It's not about playing manipulative games or being intentionally aloof. It's about maintaining a sense of self-worth and independence that naturally draws others toward you. For example, if she texts you, resist the urge to reply immediately, even if you've already seen the message. Instead, take a moment to focus on your own activities before responding. This brief pause does more than just create anticipation. It subtly communicates that your life is full and that you're not sitting around waiting for her messages. When you delay your response or remain busy with your own priorities, you evoke curiosity. She might start wondering what you're doing or why you're not immediately available, which can amplify her interest in you. That curiosity often translates into a deeper attraction because people are naturally intrigued by what they don't fully understand or can't easily predict. Another important aspect of the scarcity principle is learning to say no occasionally. If you always agree to everything she asks or drop everything to accommodate her, you may inadvertently send the message that your time and boundaries aren't valuable. Instead, practice maintaining your own priorities. For instance, if she invites you out but you already have plans, don't cancel your plans to accommodate hers. Politely explain that you're unavailable but would love to meet up another time. This shows that you respect yourself and your commitments, which makes you appear confident and self-assured, traits that are inherently attractive. Similarly, avoid oversharing or being too eager to reveal everything about yourself too quickly. Part of the allure of scarcity is the element of mystery. Let her discover you gradually, piece by piece, rather than giving away everything up front. This approach not only keeps her engaged, but also fosters a sense of anticipation, as she'll want to learn more about you over time. However, it's essential to strike a balance. The scarcity principle should never be used to manipulate or play mind games. If taken to the extreme, it can backfire, making you appear distant, cold, or uninterested. The goal isn't to create frustration or confusion, but to cultivate a healthy sense of intrigue and respect. Remember, the scarcity you project should feel authentic, not forced. One way to make the scarcity principle work for you is to focus on building a fulfilling life outside of your romantic interests. Pursue your passions, spend time with friends and family, and invest in your personal growth. When your life is rich and full, scarcity happens naturally because your attention is genuinely divided among meaningful activities. This authenticity will resonate with her, making her value your time and presence even more. Additionally, scarcity creates a sense of exclusivity, which can elevate how she perceives you. If she feels that your attention isn't given out freely, she'll instinctively see you as someone who is in high demand, a person whose time and energy are worth earning. This dynamic subtly shifts the balance of power, making her more invested in the relationship and more eager to engage with you. The scarcity principle also adds an exciting layer of challenge to your interactions. People are wired to appreciate and pursue things they have to work for. When you create a small sense of distance or make her feel that your attention is a privilege rather than a guarantee, it taps into her natural desire to close the gap. She'll be more motivated to reach out, engage, and reciprocate because she sees your value. In conclusion, the scarcity principle is a powerful psychological tool that can enhance attraction by emphasizing your worth and creating an air of intrigue. By being selective with your time and attention, you not only make her feel that you're someone special, but also encourage her to invest more in the connection. The key is to use this principle thoughtfully and authentically, ensuring that the scarcity you project reflects a life that's genuinely rich, independent, and fulfilling. After all, the most attractive people are those who value themselves first, and inspire others to do the same. Psychological trick number 5, the reciprocity effect. Reciprocity is a powerful tool for generating attraction. When you give something to a person, whether it's a compliment, a thoughtful gesture, or quality time, they often feel inclined to return the favor. For the girl you like, you can offer something small but meaningful, like a sincere compliment or a kind gesture. For example, "I love how unique your perspective is. It's really refreshing." Or, if you know she enjoys coffee, you could surprise her with one someday. This will make her feel subtly in debt to you, even if unconsciously, and she may show interest or suggest spending more time together in return. Psychological trick number 6. Create mystery. One of the most effective ways to grab a woman's attention is by being mysterious. Don't reveal everything about yourself right away. Instead, make her curious to learn more. When talking to her, avoid sharing every detail of your life. For example, if she asks, "What do you do for work?" instead of answering directly, say something like, "That's a long story, but I'll tell you someday." This will pique her curiosity and make her want to keep talking to you to uncover more. Mystery breeds intrigue, and intrigue sparks attraction. If you can keep her wondering about you, you'll hold her interest and possibly her romantic curiosity. Psychological trick number 7. Be a challenge. Women are often drawn to men who represent a bit of a challenge. If you're too easy to win over, you might lose her interest quickly. On the other hand, if you present yourself as someone with high standards and expectations, you'll spark her curiosity and motivate her to impress you. For instance, if she sends you a flirty message or gives you a compliment, instead of eagerly responding, you could playfully reply, "That's all you've got? I'm sure you can do better." This will make her feel she needs to step up her game, increasing her attraction toward you. Psychological trick number 8. Subtle physical contact. Physical contact is one of the most effective ways to build closeness and intimacy, but it should always be used respectfully and with consent. Start with light, natural touches. For example, if you're both laughing during a conversation, you can gently touch her arm for a moment. Or if you're walking together, Lightly guide her by placing your hand briefly on her lower back. These small gestures can create a sense of emotional closeness, as long as she feels comfortable. Always pay attention to her body language and never force any contact she doesn't seem open to. Psychological trick number 9. Be a true listener. One common mistake men make is talking too much about themselves and not listening enough. Women are attracted to men who show genuine interest in what they have to say. Ask open-ended questions that encourage her to share more about her life, interests, and emotions. For example, what's something you're really passionate about right now? Or what's been the highlight of your week? While she's talking, listen attentively, nod, and make thoughtful comments that show you're engaged. This will make her feel valued and connected to you. Psychological trick number 10. Make her laugh. Humor is a powerful tool for building attraction. Women often feel drawn to men who make them laugh because humor creates positive emotions and a relaxed, enjoyable connection. You don't need to be a stand-up comedian to achieve this. Look for moments to share light-hearted jokes, funny anecdotes, or playful banter. For example, if you make a small mistake, you could say, "Well, there's my hidden talent, making a fool of myself in style." Laughter not only makes her enjoy your company more, but also helps her see you as confident and charismatic. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Psychological trick number 11. Create shared memories. There's something truly magical about creating memories with someone. Shared experiences have the extraordinary ability to forge deep emotional connections, as they become woven into the fabric of a relationship. When you and a woman share unique or meaningful moments together, those experiences often become associated with positive feelings, significantly increasing her sense of attraction toward you. The key lies in designing moments that are not only enjoyable but also memorable. Moments that stand out from the everyday and strengthen the emotional bond between you. The psychology behind this is simple yet profound. Shared experiences foster connection. When two people engage in an activity together, they become part of a shared story. That story, filled with laughter, excitement, or even a touch of adventure, creates a bond that feels unique to the two of you. It's no longer just about the activity itself. It's about how it made her feel and the fact that you were the person she shared it with. To put this into practice, focus on planning activities that are both engaging and slightly out of the ordinary. This doesn't mean you have to orchestrate grand, elaborate events. Sometimes, the simplest experiences leave the biggest impact. For instance, if she enjoys nature, you might say, "I heard there's a beautiful trail at that park nearby. Want to check it out together? I bet we'll find some great views." Not only does this invite her into an experience, but it also shows that you're paying attention to her interests, which makes the gesture even more meaningful. Choosing activities that involve novelty or excitement is particularly effective. Psychological research has shown that new and stimulating experiences release dopamine in the brain, a chemical closely linked to pleasure and attraction. By introducing her to something she hasn't tried before, whether it's paddle boarding, a pottery class, or even trying an unusual cuisine, you're creating a sense of adventure that she'll associate with you. Another way to create shared memories is by engaging in collaborative tasks or challenges. Cooking a meal together, for example, can be an incredibly fun and bonding experience. As you work side by side, sharing laughs over a kitchen mishap or celebrating the perfect dish you've created, you're building a moment that feels special and exclusive. Even small, light-hearted activities like assembling a puzzle or trying out a dance class can create moments of connection and joy. Shared memories also have the unique ability to deepen emotional bonds through the element of reflection. After the experience, you can reminisce about it together, solidifying its place in your shared history. For example, after visiting a new coffee shop or watching a great movie, bring it up later by saying, "I keep thinking about that amazing coffee we had. It was such a cool spot. We should definitely go back sometime." This simple act of recalling positive moments reinforces the connection and keeps the memory alive. What makes this trick so powerful is its emotional impact. Unlike superficial gestures, Shared experiences tap into her feelings and create a sense of togetherness. Over time, these memories build a foundation of trust and comfort, making her feel closer to you in a way that words alone often can't achieve. However, it's important to approach this technique with authenticity and thoughtfulness. The activities you choose should reflect her interests and preferences, not just your own. Pay attention to the things she enjoys and use that knowledge to plan experiences that feel personal and intentional. If she loves music, invite her to a live concert or suggest a playlist exchange where you both share your favorite songs. If she's a foodie, explore a new restaurant or attempt to recreate a gourmet recipe together. These thoughtful gestures show that you care about her interests, which makes the experience even more meaningful. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of spontaneity. While planned activities are great, some of the most memorable moments happen when you're open to going with the flow. For example, if you're walking together and come across a street performer or a small festival, take the opportunity to stop and enjoy it together. These unplanned adventures often feel the most genuine and leave lasting impressions. In the end, creating shared memories is about more than just having fun. It's about building a connection that feels special and unique. By sharing experiences that evoke joy, excitement, or even a touch of adventure, you become part of a story she'll cherish. Those memories won't just remind her of a good time, they'll remind her of you. And that, more than anything, is the key to building a bond that lasts. So, what have you learned today? Have these psychological insights sparked any aha moments for you? From the Benjamin Franklin effect to the power of eye contact and the magic of contagious positivity, we've explored how small, intentional actions can create profound and lasting connections. Now, we want to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned from this video that you'll start practicing in your daily life? Maybe it's asking for small favors, holding meaningful eye contact, or simply sharing your positive energy. Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who could benefit from these tips, and subscribe to our channel for more content just like this. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive into the fascinating world of psychology and relationships. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes it's the simplest actions that leave the biggest impressions. Until next time. Would you like to add a teaser for the next video or any other adjustments?